Hi guys, how are you doing today? So if you caught my previous video, you know that I've started a kind of mini series on business and leadership. I think generally these nuggets will apply to leadership everywhere. I am learning as well. I think it's a learning curve for everybody. So today I wanted to share with you my second tip, which I believe will be helpful for leaders in this time of crisis and generally for leadership. So my second tip will be communication. We always stress on communication, especially in change management, but in this crisis, like, I've seen the benefit and like how important communication is, because as a leader you have other stakeholders who are involved in your business on different levels. So you have management, you have your employees, you have your customers who are external. So you have both internal and external stakeholders. In this situation, everybody is in like a panic mode. I think now it's gone down a bit, but when it started, like when we heard that the first two cases, gosh, the next day I went to work with gloves, with a whole bottle of detergent. Like, the panic was real. But I think it's gone down a bit, but still there is uncertainty in the system. And when there's uncertainty, that is when everybody needs leaders to rise up and, first of all, calm people down. I know it's hard for a leader, but that's why in the previous video I talked about you networking with other leaders so that you can calm down first as a leader, and then you can support your stakeholders in terms of helping them also adjust to the change. This is very uncertain for everybody, but then as a leader you need to get the right facts, the right information to pass on to your stakeholders. You also need to let them know exactly what you have planned for them. It decreases the anxiety, basically, so that they know that you actually care about them, because that is a major duty of care of every leader to your stakeholders. One major key of communication is honesty. You really need to be honest with your employees or your customers, because this is not the time to be lying about what you intend doing or what you're not doing. When you're found out, it won't be good for your reputation as a leader. So you have to be very honest in your communications. I think in these times too, it doesn't hurt to show how you actually feel. For instance, if you yourself are having a bit of anxiety, it doesn't hurt to be honest about it, so that it gives a human face to how your employees or your stakeholders relate with you. And communication builds trust. You need your employees to trust you in this season, to trust that you have their interest at heart, and to trust that whatever decisions you take, even if it doesn't go well for them in the end, you actually cared about them, to consider them in whatever action plans that you take. So in this season, I think a major key is communication, and I think I've seen our president do a great job at that. They're always communicating in a timely manner. That's the other thing about communication. It has to be timely, even though their updates come late in the night sometimes. Like, to make sure you're communicating in honesty and in a timely manner, and communicating such that it calms everybody down. In wrapping up, I will say business leaders should have a communication plan, so that you have timelines of when you communicate, what details of information you'll be communicating, as well as any new plans that you hope to be incorporating in the business in such a time of crisis. So I hope you've learned something. Just let me know what your organization as well is doing in terms of communication. I would really like to know, because we are all learning. We're all in this together. So let me know your thoughts on especially communication and leadership. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I hope to share more informative content with you. Also, I'd like to know your ideas on what you'd like me to share. Thank you. If you have, just give me, if you have, do what? Mommy, you're not present.
I'm here.